Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be my back to school makeup video. I'm focusing this video more for college students because I myself am a college student, so I want you guys to know what I put on and what works for me while I'm in school. Hopefully you learned something from this video. Hopefully it helps you in any way. Maybe there's a product in here you might want to try and you want to see how it looks or something like that. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe, and I'm just gonna jump right into the video now. Okay, so first what we want to start out with is a primer, and today I'm going to be using the Nivea Men Cooling Post Shave Balm. Just gotta shake it up, and I'm not going to use a lot of it. You just need a little bit, maybe like a dime size, kind of, not too much. And you're gonna put this all over, and you really want to work it in until it feels tacky, which should be about maybe 20 seconds. So I like to conceal first lately before I put my foundation on, and to do that I'm going to be using a concealer from CoverGirl, and it's in the color Fair. It's just their most inexpensive concealer, this liquid concealer, and it's like around $4 or $5. And I tend to conceal quite heavy. Now if you remember, if you're in college, you like to kind of prolong your makeup as long as you can, because if you're like me and you're going hours on end before you get a chance to actually check up on your makeup, then concealing first sometimes can help with the creasing. And I just like to use my finger to kind of blend in, because if you're just using concealer right here, it can be really brightened here, but yet kind of towards the other sides of the face you want it to be brightened as well. Somewhat like a highlight. So for foundation, now this is going to be the Maybelline Fit Me. This is the Dewy and Smooth. The reason I like this foundation for me personally is because I tend to have more combination to dry skin lately, and I used to use the Maybelline Matte and Poreless. It's the same one as this, but it's just the matte one, and I like that a lot for school because it kind of keeps your pores drier, and it doesn't get more glowy throughout the day, whereas this one does. But if that's something you like, then I would suggest this one. If you have a more oily kind of acne prone skin, I would definitely go for the Maybelline Matte Poreless, because that one will help control the shine. Personally, because my skin is a little more on the dry side, I want to go for something that's a little more hydrating, a little more dewy, to not really cling onto the dry patches in my skin. And the color I'm using here is 115 Ivory, and I'm going to take that on a Real Techniques buffing brush. So one of the OG brushes right here. This one actually just says Samantha Chapman. It doesn't say Sam Amnick, and I actually want to get a new one because I actually do love these brushes a lot. They're really affordable. You can find them, I believe, at Walmart. I know Walgreens sells them now, CVS, I think. You can find them pretty much anywhere. So with this, because there's no little pump, I just usually shake a little bit and just dot it onto the skin. So I'm using downwards patting motions. Why I'm doing this is because I want the, you know how sometimes if you have little peach fuzz on your face and the little hairs that you naturally have on your face, if you use your brush going up, it can actually lift those little hairs, whereas in the direction the hair grows is down, you're actually putting them down. And at the same time, once I pat down, I like to buff in a little bit so that way it just looks like natural skin. And around the chin, the same thing. Just pat, 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 and then buff. Pat, 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 and then buff. Okay, next what I want to do is set the under eye concealer and my T-zone with the translucent powder. And to do that, I'm going to take this Maybelline translucent powder, and this is called Shine Free Loose Powder, and it's in the color Light. So it's just one of those. You take off the cap, and I usually shake it a little bit to get the powder moving around in there, and then you'll see there's stuff that'll be on the cap. It's quite a lot for me because I really only like to lightly powder, like if I'm in school. So I take a little bit still on the same Real Techniques brush, and then I lightly, like, I look down into my mirror, because if you're looking up like this or like just straight on, you can actually place the powder in like the creases of your face. But if you look down, it kind of like stretches the skin naturally. So for under eye areas and things like that, you look down into your mirror, and you can see like where your lines are and everything, and then you can put your powder over it, and it helps a little better to prevent creasing. Okay, so if you're like me and you tend to be on the really pale side, not putting like a bronzer or a contour color can kind of make you look a little washed out. And for me, like, my face is kind of rounded as well, so I really don't wear like anything to kind of sharpen the edges a little bit on my face around here. I just look like a marshmallow or something. So what I do like to use is really inexpensive as well. This is let's see, you can kind of see how really pretty it is. Excuse this outer rim here. I don't know why. It's not dirty, but you can't rub it off. Nothing comes off, but I don't know why this like little like area that it's in, it just does not come off. I don't know if it gets stained or something, or I rubbed it too much. I don't know. But this is from Wet n Wild. It's the Fergie Center Stage collection, and this one is in the shade Rose Golden Goddess. And I'm going to take that on an e.l.f. complexion brush. This is like probably my favorite brush to do like contour or bronzer of any kind. So I just load up the brush, not too much, but enough. This product actually I've had for years, so it will last you. And it's like $3 at the most, I think. And I just like to go kind of just bronze the skin. So a little where you would contour, and then a little bit going to the cheeks right here, because you want it to look like you're like more bronzed than contoured. And this is a lot faster too. If you don't have time to contour in the morning, like I really don't, then you can get this done a minute tops probably. If you want to add highlighter, this is totally optional. With school, I mean, you don't have to have highlighter and like contour and everything, but if you just want that extra glow, what I like to use a lot of times is this LA Colors shimmering loose eyeshadow with brush, what am I saying? With brush, and it's this little kind of pot little thingy. So like, be forewarned though, like the lid gets really dirty with the product. This is in the color Honeysuckle. Now they sell this like at Family Dollars or wherever else you can find your LA Colors. You can even find them online if you want to do that. I find mine's at Family Dollar, and what I like to do is just tip it over. I take out the little brush that it comes with because I don't like the brush at all. But okay, so this is what it looks like when you open it, right? All the product is in this little thing there, little jar. But I tip it over and I pat some on the lid here See if you can see that there's product in there. And I like to get a small kind of brush, if I can find it. Okay. I like to get this, it's pretty small. It's an e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. And I like to just rub this in the powder there. Get it on the brush here. And then I like to just put it kind of on the high points where you would normally put your highlight. And then when I do that, I like to get another brush, which is like a contour brush from like Real Techniques, and I just buff it in. And this actually adds like a really pretty sheen to your makeup without looking overdone. It's more of like a natural sheen. So I don't know if it's picking up on the camera, but this is really pretty. Looks really natural. For the moment we've all been waiting for, the brows. Now if you're like me, brows are really important, especially like if you're going to school, you don't want to show up with like some weird funky brows and you want to still look put together and polished. What I like to use, again, really inexpensive. So if you're like many out there, including myself, you really love your brow pomades, and you want something that's more waterproof and something that can last a long time. So for me, I use a Salon Perfect brow pomade, and this is just like in their brown brunette one. It's in a little pot like this, so it's just their pomade, as you can see. I love this stuff. I genuinely love this stuff. It's a lot like that Anastasia Dip Brow, in that, you know, it's a pomade, waterproof, and comes in different shades. I bought this at Walmart literally for like $3. Not expensive at all. It lasts a really long time, and I've had this for a while now. Have not run out of it. I haven't even gotten halfway on it, so that's a plus and something maybe you want to keep in mind if you're looking for a brow pomade that's really inexpensive. Okay, so basically that's all I really do for the brows. Really simple, really quick. I used to spend like, I don't know, 10 minutes maybe doing my eyebrows, trying to get the perfect arch, filling it in, concealing and everything like that. But now it's just like put it on, go. Okay, so you can use this alone. This is one of those little paint pots kind of thing. It's really beautiful. I'm not kidding. This is like one of the prettiest eyeshadows that I have. This is from e.l.f. It's a smudge pot, and it's in the color Cruisin' Chick, I think that's what it's called. And I'm gonna put this on a Real Techniques brush. This is the base shadow brush. Now you want to use cream products with synthetic fiber brushes. It works better. So what I like to do is just load up that little brush. You can use this with your hands. It works a lot better, but today I'm going to be using it with the brush. And I'm just going to sweep this all over the lid here and just kind of get it on. I'll zoom up so you can see. Okay, you can kind of see it right there. And I just like to use the tip of the brush to just start buffing it out. What I like to use lately is this voluminous high waterproof, the voluminous waterproof. This is like the original one. This is actually Mother's favorite, but because my lashes are really long, really heavy and straight, I need a waterproof mascara to just kind of hold them in place, otherwise my lashes just go. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my lashes off camera, and then I'll be right back to continue everything else. Okay, so lashes are done. Now for the lips. Now I have quite a bit of options here, so depending on what you're into and what your preference is, so I have a lot of different ones here. So for lipsticks, now if you're one who likes more matte shades and you don't want to like put on lip gloss or anything like that, what I do recommend is this Wet n Wild lipstick right here. It's called Will You Be With Me. This is probably the most used lipstick I think I probably use. It's super awesome. It lasts a long time on me. It's so smooth. It doesn't have any like aggravating taste, like where you just feel like sick and then it's like in the morning and like you don't want to taste like, I don't know, at least in my opinion, I want to taste something weird. So that one is, it's really good, and it's really light pink kind of color. If you like more nudish colors, here's one that's called Matte Naked from Milani. Okay, so let me open that up. This one, gorgeous color, gorgeous. It looks a little dark, like brown, but when you put it on, it's really gorgeous. So that's another option. Those are the two I have for lipsticks. Kind of more of a darker lip gloss stain. Oh, actually, let me swatch this one right here so you can see it. So here, where am I? Okay. So the top one here is the Will You Be With Me, and the one on the bottom is the Matte Naked from Milani. This here, so actually comes like this. It's a Milani Power Lip. It's a lasting and moisturizing gloss stain. Now what you do is you kind of like move the little body itself of the tube, and it has like a little snap sound, and then up here is where, and like the little brush is where the product comes out. I'll swatch this too. So if you like more like reddish pink colors, this one right here, let's see, where are we at? Go ahead and focus. Okay, this one right here might be your color. Lasts a long time, really nice. Okay, now if you like gloss and you want a little color with it, I live for these. These are the NYC New York Colors Plumping Lip Gloss. They're called Bold or Big Bold, and I have all of them, and this one is called Pleasantly Plump Pink. Oh, by the way, this one right here, the one I swatched before, is called Pink Lemonade. So this one's called Pleasantly Plump Pink, and I'll swatch that. It comes in like this massive applicator, but the applicator actually works really nice. So it's like a light sheen, but it has color to it. It's like a peachy color, really gorgeous. If you don't like strong scents in the morning, like I don't usually, I wouldn't recommend this because it does have quite a sweet taste to it, kind of. If you want something a little more nude, I have this for you, which is called Nude Candy. It's from Essence. It's a lip gloss, also all inexpensive. And then I'll swatch this one here. So it kind of looks a little bit like the other one, but this one is a little more pinky, as you can see, like a little more peachy. So which is that one there. And then another go-to that I like to use is the Milani Brilliant Shine Lip Gloss. Okay, I don't know. Okay, and this is in the color Luminous. This has probably been my favorite lip gloss for a while now. So the bottom one there. As you can see, the lip glosses are light. The lipsticks can be a little darker. Beautiful pairing. Okay, so if you want to do two, these, perfect, the matte nude and the luminous. You could also do that luminous with this lipstick, gorgeous. I love to put this lipstick with this over it because this is more pinky, this is more nudie, and it creates like the prettiest color. because this is a little more brownish undertones and this is more peachy, these two actually look really good together. So there's a lot of combinations that you can do with those. For me, today what I'm going to be using is probably, I'm going to use this Wet n Wild lipstick. Okay, so that there is actually the look done. Normally this takes me easily 5 to 10 minutes depending on how far in the steps you want to take it. Usually this is probably my go-to look for school, wear this all the time, and everything here is affordable. I'm pretty sure you can find all these products at a Walmart, or definitely you can find them at a Walgreens. I'm pretty sure you can find the majority of this at CVS as well. So basically anywhere they sell like Wet n Wild, like the drugstore brands, you can find these really inexpensive. Essence, I haven't seen it many places, but I do see them at Ulta, so you might want to check that out if you want that. But everything else you can find basically, I would say, at like Walgreens or something. So if you like how this came out, please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know if there's any other videos you'd like to see, and I'd love to hear your feedback. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section. So without further ado, this is the finished look, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.